What's up, everyone? This is the Minister of Beauty, and thank you so much for joining me for another video. This is Business Mondays with the Minister of Beauty, and I share the Bible, that is business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. So recently, I heard some people having a discussion about elevation, and I got so intrigued by that because I just really felt inspired by the conversation. So I wanted to continue it here on my channel and just talk about that. And what does elevating really mean? What does elevation really mean? And I'm just going to share it from my own personal and business experience. And I would love to know what you all think in the comment section. So when you think of an elevator, or you know what an elevator to be, you get in, you're on the bottom or whatever floor you're on, and you want to go to the level that you desire to go to. So if you're on floor 15 and you want to get to the lobby, you get in the elevator to go down. It takes you where you want to go. But in terms of life and a business, we think of elevation as going up. So what I will say about elevation is that in elevating and an elevation in your life and in business, when you are experiencing elevation, you're going to experience pressure. You're going to experience a number of different things, but it's taking you to a higher level. And so when you are also thinking of elevation, when you're going up, I know for myself, elevating usually means that some things are being stripped off and the weight can't be as heavy as I go up, because I'm going to be experiencing more things. I'm going to be experiencing, maybe more concerns. I'm going to have more people that I'm going to be responsible for, and it's not as crowded when you go up as it is when you are on the bottom. So if you think about a pyramid, it is very wide and vast at the bottom, but as you go up the pyramid, it gets smaller and smaller. So in elevation and in elevating, you may not have as many people around you that you would have hoped to have had as you did when you were on the bottom. And I'm not speaking negatively about the bottom. And I hate that I even have to say those things, but we live in a world sometimes where it's like, if you don't say something to explain something else, then people assume that you meant something that you really didn't mean. So I'm not saying anything negative about, for example, employees or helpers or staff or whatever you would call the bottom versus CEOs, CFOs, employers, owners, bosses. I'm not speaking anything negative about one or the other. I'm just speaking what the differences are. But I know for myself, being someone who is a business owner and an employer, I have more responsibilities and less people that I can connect with in my own space than I did back when I was an employee many years ago. I haven't been an employee for a very long time, and I've been a business owner for many years now, and then I've been an employer for I've been an employer, I want to say, since 2012. So we're going on next year, 2022 will be 10 years since I've been an employer. And I was a legal assistant for 12 years. So I'm saying all those things to say, when I was an employee working in businesses and I had other employees that I worked with, we could relate, we could connect. We had, a lot in common, and sometimes it was us against the boss, or, those different types of things. And then now being in a space where I am an employer and I'm a business owner, I understand both sides. So when I hear people talk about employers or talking about their boss or, those different types of things, I can understand where some of them are coming from because I've been there before. But being a business owner and being a boss now, I understand more the perspectives of the employers and the bosses that I used to work for or work with now more than ever. Now, I may not act in the same way that they do because I worked in some places where those people were horrible, and I can definitely attest that I have been an amazing employer. I really, really have. But I also know that there may be people that don't feel the same way because they couldn't get what they wanted or they didn't get things their way or whatever. But it's like having the perspective of an employer now. I understand that there are times when, you can't give somebody off when they need to be off, or, someone may want to make $75,000 a year and only work 2 hours a week, but it doesn't work that way, But elevating, I have learned that when you are in a space of elevation and you're going up, you're going to have less people around you. So you have to make the time to make the connections with other people who can relate to you and relate with things that you may be experiencing and that you may be going through. So it is important that if you are in a space of elevation, to connect with people who are like-minded, have a like spirit like yourself, so that when you are going through things, because you will go through things, you have people that you can connect with that are going to help to give you what you need. And I'm learning for myself that therapy is absolutely essential. Even being someone who is a believer in Jesus and getting the word of God in my life and all of those different things, I believe that therapy is absolutely essential for my emotional well-being and for my mental well-being, because sometimes you will deal with some crazy people that will try to put you through some ish, I'm telling you, and it can drive you up a wall, and it may cause you to get in a place that you didn't think that you would ever be in. So you have to be really in tune with your emotional well-being, your spiritual well-being, and your mental. So we know elevation is advancement or being upgraded or promotion. And it's the act of elevating or being elevated or being lifted up. And there's that old saying, it's lonely at the top. That is a true statement, but it does not have to be. What that simply means is that you will be in a space where you are going to feel lonely at times. You're going to feel like you're alone and you don't have anyone that you can relate with, but there are other people that can relate with what you're going through and what you are experiencing. And it also means that you have to be careful about the people that you have around you and be very intentional about those that you allow to be in your space and to be in your circle as you're being elevated. Because when I tell you there are people who are just out to be leeches and to use and to take, versus helping you to grow. If you are being elevated, you need to be in tune and connected with people that are going to help you to grow, not be there to try to demote you and to try to pull you down. And I have experienced both. I'm grateful for all of those experiences because they've taught me a whole lot in the life that I have been living. But what I've learned is you really have to vet people. You have to pray for discernment to make sure that the people that you are either considering to have in your circle or they are attempting to be in your space and in your circle, that they are going to be for you. Because when you have the heart of a giver like I have, then you have people that are looking to take from you. They don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you prosper. And it is because they are in a low space. When people are growing and they're growing genuinely, or they've grown genuinely, they really want to help other people come up. They really want to, and it's not about, well, what's in it for me, that sort of attitude. So be very particular about the people that you have in your life and in your space, especially when you're growing and elevating in business, because again, I believe there are more people that are for you than against you, but I believe that you have to seek those people out more and just trust and believe God that He will put those people in your life, because those that are against you, they are the ones that are going to make every effort and attempt to try to leech on, to grasp, to take, to, to just do what they can to leech off of what you have worked very hard to obtain. And I can say of a surety that I've experienced great experiences with people in my business, and then I've had some not so great experiences with people in business. But all in all, I take all of them together and I use it as I continue to grow and press forward in my life and in my business. So I really hope that this video has helped you in some way. Let me know in the comment sections what your thoughts are about elevation and elevating in life and in business, guys. I am the Minister of Beauty, here to share the Bible, that is business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. So as always, I really appreciate you liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next time, I hope you all have an amazingly blessed and beautiful day.